Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Welcome back, 10-11. Is it Wednesday? Oh, God. It's been such a long week.
It has been.
Or a long summer, I guess. But, coming up this weekend, it's a busy weekend in Downtown Alton. You got the concert Friday night with the amphitheater, but also on Saturday, we're rocking the hops yet again. How many years is this in a row now?
This is our 7th installment. We did take a few years off during the pandemic.
COVID. Yeah, dang it. I thought COVID year always gets me,
It gets you, yeah.
Well, and what was the reason for starting Rock the Hops?
It's kind of a lot of things. Primarily, at the time, there was the big gig that was put on by Alton Main Street. And that, I guess, had seen its heyday, and Sarah McGivney approached Drew to come up with an idea of something that could take its place. I had been thinking of something that I wanted to do here in town. I said, can I come sit in on this meeting? I've got this idea. So I did, and presented Rock the Hops. It was the first festival of its kind to combine all those channels of culture. And Sarah loved the idea. We did it that first year through Alton Main Street. And then the next year, we were just off on our own.
That's really cool. Well, and how has it evolved through the years? Because I can only tell by now, it's almost streamlined because you got everything under your belt and everyone's really on the same page. But starting out, was it like that? Do you have some learning curves?
Yeah, there's always learning curves. The biggest thing at the beginning, we had check-in at Elijah P's at the time. And because there were so many people there at once, that beer was gone very quickly. So we learned right away, well, we can't have check-in at a venue. Rivers and Routes has been great to us over the years, and they let us use the visitor center, which makes perfect sense, just a general location for check-in.
Well, and it has a really nice appeal to it, just aesthetically too, because even though I haven't really gone and been a part of the actual, tour and going through Rock the Hops, I do gotta come. It's seeing the town all kind of lit up, in a different way, and having those banners out and seeing everyone kind of walking about and just enjoying the day is really cool.
It is a lot of fun. It's a very positive environment. People are really generous and engaged.
Yeah.
A lot of folks don't normally have experience with local original bands, and this is a day for them to see the artists that live here and the artists that create here. And it's really cool. It's really important to introduce our town to those creatives.
Right. Well, and and on top of that all too, Hope, is I'm looking at the lineup here now, and just the amount of acts that are coming in and being a part of the event is huge. Yeah. And what I think's amazing too is we don't realize how many folks around here are really talented as musicians or even artists, too. Right. Add that in the mix. But it really comes to life with Rock the Hops. How easy was it to find all these artists?
That's the easiest
part. What I was gonna. I knew I was gonna get it.
The bands are pretty easy. I mean, that's my wheelhouse. That is Drew's wheelhouse. We're both musicians. We play in a band. We've played in local bands for decades now. So that comes, with my eyes closed, essentially.
Right.
There's so much talent. We open it up for submissions early in the spring, and we are usually overwhelmed with applicants, if you will. And then it's just, the hard part is just choosing what will fit that year. We have to think of, being diverse and not having all of the same type of music. We like to choose, not only Alton musicians, but Metro East, St. Louis, of course. So just regional representation. And we like it to be really reflective of what's actually going on in the music scene currently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm seeing there's 25 different bands. That
27 this
27.
Year.
That's incredible. And also Rock Crown, who is playing at 6 to 6:45, Flock Food Truck Park and Bar. Just to plug the show, they're going to come on Friday because they're actually opening for the Marshall Tucker Band at the Illinois State Fair this on the 13th.
I did know that. Yeah.
That's so cool, isn't that? But look at this. Hold on, guys. Go on the scene with me here, and let's go to the RiverBender.com website. Look at this. It's overwhelming with the amount of musicians you have. And then let's scroll down a little bit just to the actual lineup here and go through it if we could.
Yeah.
Who is, let's just go down the lineup. Who's coming up on each day at each location?
Oh, babe. Okay. We've got 5 venues this year. Bossa Nova, the Old Baker Beer Co., Conservatory, Flock, and Ragin' Cajun. And we're hitting about 5 or 6 bands at each location. We've got some great ones. We've got hip hop, we've got rock, jazz, country, folk, Americana, punk rock. I'm just seeing all sorts of things. Like, who do you want to point out?
Right. Well, I want to point out a lot. Well, here, let's do this. And honestly, at Bossa Nova, you got those two at 2:15 to 3 o'clock, followed by Elliot Pearson, Darian Poe, who's wonderful, 4:45. Doug Rafferty is of Judge Nothing, Alton's infamous Judge Nothing. Yeah, and he'll be doing
he'll be doing a solo act. He'll do some Judge songs, of course, and some of his originals. And he's just super incredible, super talented, so humble. Doug is just great to work with every year.
And then also wrapping up Bossa Nova at 7:15 to 8 o'clock that night on August the 10th is Catching the Westbound. I haven't seen them before, but are they pretty good?
They are great too. Like folk, singer-songwriter,
cool.
Americana. I tell you what, at Bossa Nova, with the exception of those two, I haven't seen live. One of the members of that duo is actually in Lofty's Comet. So that's going to be great. But there's some great vocalists at Bossa Nova that day, which is really exciting.
Well, and too, I mean, it's just a great setting for that type of music as well inside Bossa Nova.
Yeah.
Getting into Old Bakery Beer Company, who's just wonderful. The Trophy Mules will take place at 2:30 to 3:15. Autumn Clock, who's Hope and Therapy's great too.
That would
just
be
wanted
me.
to throw that out there.
Thank you.
And you guys play 5 to 5:30.
We do, yeah.
Followed by Joel, who is 6 to 6:45. Trevor May and the Nomads, wonderful by the way, 7:15 to 8 o'clock.
I'm excited about them as well. They're a group that's new to me, and they're younger, and I just love their energy. I'm super excited.
It's really cool though to know that there's just so many. I mean, these are talented bands. It's not like Uncle Jim's Garage Trio. That's just playing away. These are talented musicians. Right. And what's the most important part for you? Is it showcasing the arts and showcasing the music scene, or is it the community celebration?
It's both.
Okay.
I think it's really important that we take time to listen to creatives' point of view.
Yeah.
They have a very unique point of view, and we really need to just give them platforms so we can allow them to express themselves. I mean, it's healthy to do so, and just it makes a world of difference, honestly.
Yeah.
But the community aspect of it, like I said, everything's just so positive and carefree that day. I've gotten to know so many residents that I didn't know before simply through Rock the Hops. We've met musicians that have moved here because of Rock the Hops. So it's just great. Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. Honestly, it just really is. And as we're keeping going down the music lineup, just to make sure we can add them all into our write-up, Hope.
Of course.
The Conservatory has 1781 starting at 2:15 to 2:45 on August the 10th. Chain Stay 3:15 to 3:45. Now,
Rotten.
I like it. Okay, good band name. 4:15 to 4:45. They need machines to fly. Well, good question. 5:15 to 5:55. What type of music?
Post-punk. They Need Machines to Fly. Actually, one of my favorite bands of the day.
Really?
Yeah, I caught them. They played last year, and I was awestruck. Yeah,
I'll be damned.
Just so inspired.
Really cool. Following them is Future Modern, 6:10 to 6:50, and then Ring Cicada?
Ring Cicada, also a local legend. Ring Cicada hasn't played, I think it's been 2 decades now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a big one.
That's super cool. That's really cool. And then, like we said at Flock, I Like Snaps, 2:15 to 3 o'clock at Flock Food Truck Park and Bar. Andrew Ryan and the Levy, 3:30 to 4:15. Lofty's Common, who of course is amazing, 4:45 to 5:30. Rock Crown, 6 to 6:45. Olive, 7:15 to 8 o'clock. What type of music is Olive rocking?
I would just say like indie rock, with a little bit of punk undertones, perhaps. What I've seen from them has been great.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And then finally, we talk with Ragin' Cajun Piano Bar, the Down Bads, 2:15 to 3 o'clock. And then I've seen this a couple of times now with Diesel. Is that correct? Is it
Diesel?
And I heard this is pretty good stuff over there that's coming out.
I haven't seen Diesel live, so I'm excited to catch that if I can. I'm going to be
you're going to be kind of busy.
But
I might have to pop in and sneak in.
Yeah, from what I can understand, he's going to have a backing band that day with some names here in town that I'm familiar with, so it should be great.
That's really cool. Mobile Alien Research Unit, 425 to 505, Odd Soul in the Sound, 530 to 6. I love super fun Yeah rocket ship. I didn't think I would. Can I just be honest here? I thought we'll see what happens.
Right.
Oh my God. Like, I had the time of my life for an hour at that Alton Talent Show.
Oh, that's where you're going.
And
Okay.
just wonderful.
Yeah, well, then you got to get to this one. He put out a great little reel yesterday that involves the Pious Hubbard, and it's just like, this is amazing. He's
Wonderful.
Right.
And then Birds of Squalor, 7:30 to 8 o'clock as you wrap up the night at Ragin' Cajun Piano Bar or one of the fine stops. You know, is it pretty easy to get the bars on board?
It is. We have a lot of interest every year, and we do have to turn some venues down, just depending on the year, you know, what kind of talent we're going to have. And we've had up to 8 venues in the past. Last year was our first year back after the pandemic, and we were like, let's ease into it. Let's do 5. And it was great. So we thought, we're going to do 5 again this year. You know, so we did have to turn a few down. That's just the name of the game. You know, this is something that I've thought over the years, it could be huge. You know, I've dreamt of ways to grow this. There are many ways to do so, but right now, it is what it is, and we're going to stick with the 5 venues.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and now tickets, are they still available?
Tickets are available at the venues, and if you want them, you have to go today to get a ticket at the venue. I haven't made an announcement. We did sell out online, I think 2 days ago, actually.
Wow.
I opened up some reserves. I checked this morning, there were 6 left. I can't put any more tickets online, so you have to go to the venues today to get a ticket.
There you go. So stop by one of the 5, correct?
One of the 5, they've all got them.
There you go. From Bossa Nova, the Old Bakery Beer Company, Conservatory, Flock, Ragin' Cajun. You got to go or you're going to miss out this year. And Hope, it's always good to talk with you.
Thank
and,
you.
know, best of luck this weekend. I hope I get to see you out and about. And I hope this turns out to be a really good success yet again.
Thanks so much.
For more information, go to rockthehopsalton.com and we'll link everything on an article on RiverBender.com. More of our daily show after this.